participant. Fix it.
Can you please fix it?
Please fix it.
Why don't you think so? Well, 'cause I got their email. They sent an email. I'm trying to remute. Eddie's putting it around.
Neil, I want to extend my condolences. I'm so sorry about your mom.
Thank you.
You were very fortunate to have her for so many years.
Yeah, true.
Neil, condolences on your mom. I just saw the email come in from the temple.
Thank you.
No,
Hello, Eileen.
Hello, Alan. How are you this evening?
I am wonderful, thank you. You're the only
I'm
one
glad
on
to hear
mute,
that.
so I'll say hello to you. I always like saying hello to you because you always have such a wonderful smile on your face.
Well, thank
Makes
you.
me smile. Here
Did I
comes my
read
much
that
better half.
Neil's mom passed?
Yes.
I'm sorry. My condolences to you. But
Thank
I
you.
understand that there comes a time when it's for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Or
Yeah.
it
Sorry.
was.
Yeah. She passed away this afternoon.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
this
Oh, I'm
afternoon.
very sorry.
Waiting for it to happen is so
Mhm.
stressful.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a relief.
I've been there, so I understand.
Mhm.
We do.
Baruch Dayan Ha'emet, Neil. And
Right.
Esther,
Thank
sorry
you.
again. Sorry again.
you.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Rabbi.
Well,
Good evening.
Good evening to you
it's a
all.
rabbi.
It
Good
is
evening,
a
sir.
rabbi.
I'd much rather call you a Rav, and there is an important distinction
Rav.
there.
Thank you very much, Alan. You know, I've never corrected you.
I know you have, and you know I understand the use of the term. It's an earned term.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Do what?
Percent. Very
Okay.
good. Okay.
Okay. Hello,
Just
everybody.
don't call me Rabbeinu.
What is my baby?
That's Moses. That's only
I'll
for
have to
Moses.
redress you on that.
I give that one to Moshe. Moshe Rabbeinu.
Yes. Or don't they call, no, what do they call? They call them Rabbanut. The women
Rabbanut.
in the Orthodox call them Rabbanut.
Rabbanut, yeah, in Israel. Right.
And
Yeah.
also some of the modern Orthodox here in the
I want you to send them a Friday.
Jonathan Sana's daughter
Yeah.
is a Rabbanut in Chicago.
Speaking of the Orthodox, it
Oh, yeah, yeah,
appears
yeah,
that
yeah.
those in Brooklyn and
Oh,
Queens,
see what happens?
the Orthodox people have really
So
made a mess of things.
And what's most disturbing is that it is it's a problem in Israel, but it's a minority who gets an outsized attention. And
Mhm.
it's a relatively smaller group of people, but they make it look like it's a large amount of people. It isn't.
Well, they were the
But-
ones who started it in New York State.
What are participants?
Well, but it's only a handful. For instance, I supervise a person who would be considered to be part of a Haredi group. But I talked to him about, he set up the seating for his temple in Muncie, New York.
Muncie, my nieces live there.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. And they were very careful. Everybody wore masks. Several people didn't come to services because they weren't happy with the arrangements, or they were, and other people went to an outdoor
What is this?
facility. So they had far fewer seats than they normally do. They blocked off a lot of seats. So, you know, there's an example of a Haredi group that did everything right.
Can't blame
and
everybody.
Talks about them. The only ones you see are the handful of people who have, unfortunately, be very public about abusing it, and they are, because of what they're doing, they're getting ill at a much higher and much faster percentage than everybody else, and it's skewing the numbers the wrong way. And then when the government comes out and says we want to do something, they're not talking about shutting, because most of the groups have already shut themselves down. It's just a small group of people, but it makes it sound like, they make it sound like everybody's being, and then a whole bunch of people jump on the bandwagon and claim that they're picking on the Jews. They're not picking on the Jews. They're picking on a bunch of selfish people. I don't care whether they're Jewish or anything else. There are Muslims who do that. There are Catholics who do that. There are Christians who do that. It's a problem. And in New York, it happens to be Jews. And it's a shame. But that's
Why
so
is it
much
because they're,
my opinion. It's an opinion. It's a folks.
Yes, okay.
Don't jump
We
all
don't
over
Why?
it.
we don't need publicity like that, though.
No, we
No.
don't.
We do not need that.
No, we don't.
But unfortunately, we're getting it.
Yep.
When one of the
Is it
house of
because
Israel
they're close
sins, we all
together?
sin. When one of the house of Israel sins, we all sin. The
Right.
Rubens,
That's right.
the Rubens
Right.
have already started collecting their et rogum.
We
Oh,
do.
Yes.
We got a whole pile.
There's a big one in back of me.
I
I have
love
one
it.
for
I
you.
love it.
I will drop it at the temple. Rabbi, can you take these off our hands too?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, sure.
Can
Yeah,
I drop that off?
just drop it off. Yeah, drop it off. I'll get rid of them. I'll take care of it.
Can I drop my high holiday machzorim while I'm there? If you don't want
Supposed
them
to
yet.
do it. Supposed to do it on Tuesday the 13th.
They won't check you off, Alan.
Sunday the
Hmm?
18th, right?
They won't check you off.
Yeah,
Okay,
you gotta-
okay, oh, no.
Don't
that's
disturb the
excellent.
organization.
It's called control, you know?
I
We're supposed
don't
to do
mind
it on
going a second time.
Tuesday. Adele will tell you when to do it when we're done tonight. She'll tell
That's
you.
why, no, I understand. No, that's why I asked. Thank you. That's an excellent answer. I understand.
You have to maintain order and control.
That is awesome.
Otherwise, if everybody just did what they wanted to do, we'd be in America.
Well, that's right. And we would be Haredim in New York. Oh, bad, Alan. I'm in trouble now.
Well, it's not.
I can't see. Neil, we're very sorry about your mother.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Very sorry, but at least she got to see your grandchildren.
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Well, two of our grandchildren.
I know,
We have a third on the way.
I know.
Yeah.
But that was nice. It was good that you brought the babies to her.
Mhm. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. Craig brought Josie to her a week after her naming. So in fact, I just said to Craig today, I asked him I have them on my phone, but I know he has better copies, to make me a copy of the picture of Josie meeting my mother-in-law.
Right,
Nice.
right.
Such a beautiful memory.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Rabbi, as far as we know, the babies will be there when we do the funeral.
You're not threatening me.
I know I'm not threatening you.
Sorry, Neil, just read that. Sorry.
Sorry, Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very sorry, Neil.
Sorry, Neil.
Condolences, Neil.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sorry, Neil.
Happy birthday, Richard.
Happy birthday. Can we sing happy birthday to him later?
At the end, yeah.
Oh,
Today is
okay.
his,
Thank you,
today's his
everybody.
official birthday.
Happy
It's really
birthday. I
his.
know. Yes, it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna let Richard do the Psalm of the Season tonight as the final act, because that's the last time we'll be saying it here on the weeknight service. So actually, it's the end. Tomorrow's the end. So Richard, you'll get to say that tonight in honor of your 47th birthday.
We graduated from high school the same year. I know how old he is.
Anita, you're not his age. Don't give me that.
47, 47,
No,
yeah.
she's older by a few weeks.
All right, Paula.
Hi there. I'm ready. When you're ready, it's 7:00.
Everybody mute up. It's time for us to begin our service. It's 7 o'clock per our timekeeper, our official timekeeper. She's great, isn't she? All right, we start off with Ashrei, then Kaddish. For those of you joining us on Facebook and YouTube, welcome. Good evening. Welcome to Temple Ner Tamid in Peabody. We do the Ashrei Kaddish for the Mincha, and then we'll move on to Marav. Here we go. Ashrei Shevet Techa, Odi Alucha Sela, Shrem Shchakalo, Shrem Shnai Lahav Tilal David. Arabim B'chalai HaMelech B'Bechashim Chalalam Ved, B'Chal B'Checha B'Lashim Chalalam Ved. Gadol Olam Olam Abelidol Toin Cheke Dolodoy Shabach Masecha V'Rotacha Yagidu Hadark V'Rodacha V'Dibrene V'Lotacha Asicha V'Zuz N'Rotacha Yameru V'Gdolat Chasa Prana Zecher Rab Tucha Yabi V'Tzidcha Chayarenu Chanum B'Racham N'Layecha Paim Adol Chased Tovanel Chov B'Racham Avakom Asav Yeduchan Akom Asav V'Chasidecha Yivrachuka Chavo Malchucha Yameru V'Rot Chayda Beru Leodiel Evnei Adam Gevurota V'Kvorodam Malchuto Malchut Cham Malchut Kol Olamim Amem Shaltach B'Chodor V'Dor Somech Anad Chol Noflim V'Zokef L'Chol HaKufim הנה כל הלכי יסברו ואתה נותן להם את הכל ביתו, פותח את ידיך, מסביר לך אחרי רצון, צדיק בכל רבך וחסי בכל מסב קרוב ונלכו קרוב לכל אישי קרוב ומת. רצון יראה ויעשה וישב את המשמע ויושם שומר נוי כל הבא וקרשים ישמיד. תהילת אדוני ידבר פי ויברך כל בשר שם קדשו לעולם ועד בה. אנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם. Hallelujah. Now the mourner's Kaddish. For those of you reciting the Kaddish, you may open your mics and join me as we say the Kaddish for Mincha together. Yitgadal, Yitgadash, Shemei Rabbah. V'alma divrach chirutei, v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uv'zman kariv v'yamru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach la'olam, u'lomei almaya. Yibarach v'yishkabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei v'kudeshah b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata toshbachata v'nechamata da'amiram v'yalma v'yimru amen. Yehi Shamama Rabba min Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'yimru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'romav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'yimru Amen. Time for Marav. If you wish to join me for the Baruch Hu, you may. Then please mute up afterwards. Adonai Hoshia HaMelech Yaneinu V'yom Koreinu Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevarach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevarach Le'olam Va'ed. And please mute. Baruch Adonai HaMevarach Bora Yom V'Layla Golel Or Mipnei Choshech V'Choshech Mipnei Or Ma'avir Yom Maybe Layla Mavdil Ben Yom Ben Layla Nights Shemo El Chai V'Kayam Tamidim Loch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Atah Adonai Amari Baravi Mavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Hafta Torah U'Mitzvot Chukim U'Mishpatim Otan Limata Akein Adonai Eloheinu B'Shach Ben Uv'Kameinu Nasiach B'Chukecha V'Nismach B'Divrei Toratecha V'Mitzvotecha Le'olam Va'ed Ki Hem Chayenu V'Yarach Yameinu V'Hem Negei Yamam V'Layla V'Yavatcha Tasim Yimenu L'Olamim Baruch Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. You may open and join me for the Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Please remute your mics. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha b'chol nafshecha b'chol ma'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ela asher anochi mitzavacha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha v'beitecha v'lechtecha v'derech v'shavcha v'kamecha v'kshatam liot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha v'uchtavtam amazuzot beitecha Uvihisharecha v'haya im shamoa tishma'u el mitzvotai asher anochi mitzavetchem hayom. Levat Adonai Elohim v'lot b'chol avchem b'chol nafshem v'tatim atar tzivchem v'etem reikem erush v'sadim negam sad v'zavach v'yizot v'sadach v'chol v'sabat ahishim lechem pen iften v'chem v'tzartim v'vayitem lechem v'chvidim v'chvishem v'cholahem v'char b'nam v'chem v'tzart ha'shemayim v'lohim atar v'adamah lo titen yivolah v'yodetem me'ar v'tzavah Asher nenoten lachem v'sanfrei la'alvuchem v'yalnuch shekam v'shutam le'otayadchem v'yirot tavo benenechem v'nemaratem otam epenechem l'daber bam v'shivtchem v'vitecha v'lecha v'derech v'shavkav k'mecha v'ktam amazot b'techa v'shirecha l'ma'ahan yirbo yimei v'mei v'nechem al adama asher nishbar Adonai l'avotechem lated lahem kimer shemayim al haaretz v'yomer Adonai el Moshe le'mor dahaber el b'nei Yisrael v'mata alehem V'yasulahem tzitzi l'kam v'videhem l'dorotam v'natnu Al tzitzit hakanaf b'til techelet v'haya lachem l'tzitzit uritem oto uschartem v'kol mitzvot Adonai v'yasitem otam v'lo taturu acharei lebavchem v'acharei einechem asher etem zonim achareihem למען תזכרו ועשיתם כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם בין כל זב וכמובן אנחנו ישרם ובדים מלכים מלכנו כהנים מכף כורסים אוהל הנפרע לנו מצרינו ועם שלם וגם בכל אבנותינו עשה גדולות עדיין חקר ונפלאות עדיין מספר. שם השם וחיים ולא נתם ולא אלינו עמדוכנו ובמות אבינו. ומכוננו הכל שונאינו עשה לנו ניסים וכמה בעפרות ובטוב ואופתום בעמות בניכם. המקברות הכל בחרי מצרים ויצא את עמו ישראל מתוכם לחירות עולם. המעביר בניו בין גזרי ים סוף ורופא מבצעיהם ותמות טיבה ברוב בניו גברתו שבכל לפעודו לשמו. מלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה בני ישראל לחמנו שירה בשמחה רבה ויאמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נורא תהילות הוסף למלכות קרוב בניך בקיים לפני משה זה ליאנו ויאמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כיף אדוני את יעקב וגולומי החזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גואל ישראל. And now if you wish to join me for the Hashkivenu in English you may do so together. Help us Adonai
Adonai, to lie down in peace.
Waken us again our sovereign life.
Spread over us your shelter of peace. Hide us from your counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies, pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, O God, who watches over us and delivers us, our gracious and merciful ruler. Guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace, now and always. Praised are you, Adonai, eternal guardian, your people, Israel. And we'll continue. Please mute your mics. Hashkibenu Eloheinu l'shalom. V'hamidenu makenu l'chaim. V'froslanu s'chat shalomecha v'taknei b'yatzatava milfanecha. V'shenu l'man shemecha v'hagein b'adeinu. Yaser me'aleinu. Oyeb deba b'cher v'rav yogam. Sesotom b'faneinu mechareinu v'zel konefecha tasrinu ki el shamreinu matzalenu ata ki el melachanu berachum ata ushmor tzayteinu v'oenu l'chaim el shalom yata b'olam baruch Adonai shomer amo Yisrael lo'ad baruch Adonai le'olam amen v'amen baruch Adonai mitzion shochein Yerushalayim hallelujah baruch Adonai Elohim Elohei Yisrael osenef lod lavado baruch shem kvodo le'olam v'yamalei kvodo kol haaretz amen v'amen hi kvod Adonai le'olam ismach l'ben masavi shem Adonai men rach mitav l'olam Ilaho yitash ed Adonai et amo be'avush shmo hagadol ki ha'il Adonai la'asot etchem lo la'am yarkol ha'am ve'yiflo al pneihem vayamru Adonai hu ha'elohim v'haya Adonai la'melech al kol ha'aretz vayom ho Adonai echad u'shmo echad yihi chas l'chad Adonai Eloheinu kasher yichanu lach hoshi Adonai Eloheinu v'chatzenu v'atzalenu min hagoyim l'odot l'shem kodshecha l'ishtabech b'tilatecha kol goyim asher asita yavo v'yishtachvu lefanecha Adonai V'kvodo l'shemecha ki gadol ata v'yosenef lot ata Elohim livadecha v'anachnu chavitzom maritecha nodeh lecha leolam l'dor v'adon esaper tehilatecha Baruch Adonai leol Baruch Adonai bayom Baruch Adonai balayla Baruch Adonai b'shachbenu Baruch Adonai b'komenu ki v'yadcha nefesh kol ha'chayim v'hametim asher b'yado nefesh kol chaveruch kol basar ish b'yadcha afkid ruchi petita Oti Adonai El Emet Eloheinu shebashamayim yached shimcha v'kayim melchutcha tamid u'melach aleinu le'olam v'ed Yiru eineinu v'yismach libeinu v'tagel nafsheinu b'shuvatecha be'emet v'amor l'tzion melech Elohayich Adonai melech Adonai malach Adonai mloch le'olam v'ed Gel malchut shelcha hi u'lamei atim loch b'chavod ki en lanu melech ela ata baruch ata Adonai המלך בכבודו תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד על כל מעשיו. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה ביעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי וחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבם מברך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקדושה בריחו לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירון ביעלמא ויאמרו Amen. The Amida will be silent. I'll say it softly. Don't forget Ya'aleh V'Yavo for Chag HaSukkot. Actually, it's Shmini Chag HaTzeret. No, it isn't. It's Chag HaSukkot. I'm sorry. That's tomorrow night. It's still Hoshana Rabbah. So it's Chag HaSukkot. Adonai Svatay V'Rutecha. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu V'Eloheinu Elhei Avraham Elhei Yitzchak Elhei Yaakov. Elhei Sarah Elhei Rivka Elhei Rachel Elhei Leah Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor VaNora'el Yom Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Knei HaKol V'Zochecha Seivot V'Mibigu Elav Nevin Him L'man Shem V'Yava Melech Ozer V'Foked Moshe Magen Baruch Adonai Magen Avraham V'Foked Sarah אתה גיבור למעניים, מחמיתים אתה רב להושיע, מחכה לכם בחסד, מחמיתים ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופך עולים יותר זרים. ומקיים אותו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גיבורות מדום מלך. מלך ממית ומחיים עצמך, ישוע ונאמן אתה חמיתים, ברוך ה' מחמיתים. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעלו חסר, ברוך ה' האל הקדוש. אתה חונן לאדם דעת. ולמד לאנוש בינה חננו מידך דיה וינה ויעסקה ברוך ה' חונן הדעת. השיבנו אבינו לתורתך וקיימנו מלכנו לבורתך וחצירנו בתשובה שלמה לפניך ברוך ה'.
The camera, and I have to give the name.
בתשובה סלח.
I have to talk into it. for the
This is how
names.
you do radio.
סלח לנו אבינו כי חטאנו מחלנו כי פשענו כי מוחל וסלח אתה ברוך ה' חונן מרבה לסלוח. ראינו ועינינו וריבד ריבנו וגלנו מעולם למען שמך כי גואל זכתה ברוך ה' גואל ישראל. רפאנו נאי בני רפאל שנו בני רשע דשנו כי תהילתנו אתה עלי ברפואה שלמה לכל מוחותינו. יהי רצון בניך אלוהינו ברותינו שתלך מרב רפואה שלמה מן נשמה בפרט הנפש ובפרט הגוף את כל החולים והחברים שלי מן נר תמיד בתוך שאר חולי ישראל וחזק את ידי העוסקים בצורכיהם כי המלך רופא נאמן ורחמן אתה ברוך ה' רופא חולי עמו ישראל. ברך עלינו אלוהינו את השנה הזו וכל מיני תבואתה לטובה ותן ברכה על פני האדמה וסבנו מטובה וברך שנתנו כשנים הטובות ברוך ה' מברך השנים תקע בשבה גדול לחירותנו ועשה נס לקבץ קולותינו וקבצנו יחד מארבע כנפות הארץ ברוך ה' מקבץ עמו ישראל. השיבה שבתנו כביר שנה ויוצאנו כבתחילה ויעשר ממנו יגון ואנחה ומלוך עלינו אתה אדוני לבדך בחסד רחמים בצד כן היינו במשפט ברוך ה' מלך והפסק המשפט ולמר שלמה תגובה בכל אשר כרת תהווה בכל אויביך באמרה יחרתו והזדים מרע תעקר תשבר ותמגר ותכניע במרע וימנו ברוך ה' שברבים ומכניע זדים. על הצדיקים ועל החסידים ויעסק מכבד ישראל ויפתה ספרים ויגר הצדק ויבלני ימור רחמך אלוהינו ותן שכר טוב לכל הבוטחים בשמך באמת ושמחתנו עמהם לעולם לא נבוש כי בך בטחנו ברוך ה' שאנו מבטח לצדיקים וירושלים ברכה ברחמים תשוב ותשכון בתוכה כאשר דיברת ובני אותה בקרוב ימינו בעניין עולם וכיסא דוד מרד לתוכה תכין ברוך ה' בונה ירושלים שמח דוד עבדך מהרת עצמי ובחרנו תרום בתשובתך כי בתשובתך קיבלנו כל היום ברוך ה' משמח קרן ישועה שמע כהד לנו אדוני אלוהינו חוס ורחם עלינו וקבל ברחמים רצון את תפילתנו כי אל שומע תפילתו ותחנונים אתה מפניך מלכנו רחם אל תשיבנו כי אתה שומע תפילת עמך ישראל ברחמים ברוך ה' שומע תפילה רצי אדוני אלוהינו בעמך ישראל ותפילתם ושבת עבודה לביא ביתך ותפילתם ויבאת קבל ברצון ותהילה רצון תמיד עבודת ישראל עמך אלוהינו בלב אותנו יעלה ויבוא ויגיע ויראה וירצה וישמע ויפקה ויזכר ויזכרנו ויגדוננו וזיכרון אבותינו וזיכרון משיח בן דוד עבדך וזיכרון בשלום קודשך וזיכרון חנוך בית ישראל לפניך לפליטה לטובה לכן ולחסד רחמים וחיים ושלום ביום חג הסוכות הזה זכרנו אדוני אלוהינו בוא לטובה ואנו בוא לברכה והושיענו בוא לחיים Yeshua Brachmim Chus V'chanin Brachlim Aleinu V'shinuk Elecha Einenu Kiel Melechanum V'rach Umata V'techazenu Einenu B'shchol Tzion Barachamim Baruch Hanai Hamachazir Shechina Tol Tzion Modim Anachnu Lach Shatavan Eloheinu B'Alteinu L'Olam V'Etzochayin Magen Yishenu Adorot V'Ador Nadelecha Nesaper Telutecha Achainu Am Yisrael B'Yadecha V'Amishvatenu V'Godot Lach V'Al Nisach Shebechol Yom Imanu V'Al Nefotecha V'Toratecha Shebechol Eid Erev B'Voker V'Tzorayim Atov Kilo Charachamecha V'Ramachem Kilo Tamu Chasedecha Me'olam Kivinu Lach V'Yal Kulam Yibrach V'Tumam Shemcha Ner Tamid L'Olam V'Chol Hachaim L'Chasel V'Lu Shemcha B'Emet Ha'el Yeshuatenu V'Ezratenu Sar Baruch Adonai Tov Shemcha L'Chana El Hodod Shalom Rabba Yisrael M'cha V'Yal Kol Yeshvei Tevel Tasim L'Olam Yatahu Melech Adon L'Chol HaShalom V'Tov B'Necha L'Berach T'Mcha Yisrael B'Chol 8 V'Chol Sha'a B'Shlomecha Baruch Atah Adonai Baruch Adamo Yisrael B'Shalom. And if you wish to join me for the passage after the Amida, you may do so. When we reach the word Redeemer, we'll stop and we will sing Oseh Shalom. Together, my God, keep my tongue from evil,
My lips from
lips from
lies. Help me
help me ignore those who would slander me.
Let me
Let me be humble before all.
Open my
Open my heart to your Torah that I may
That I
pursue
may
your
pursue
mitzvot.
vote.
Frustrate the designs of those who plot evil against me.
nothing of their
Make
schemes.
nothing of their schemes.
Schemes.
Act for the sake of your compassion, your power, your holiness, and your Torah.
Answer my
Answer my
prayer
prayer for the deliverance of your
the
people.
words of my mouth.
May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart acceptable to you, my rock, my redeemer. Oseh Shalom Imroma. Oh, Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al Yisrael. Ve'imru Amen. Yaseh Shalom. Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom. Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom. Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom. Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ve'emaru.
Amen.
And the one who brings peace to his universe, bring peace to us. To all the people of Israel, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, and all who dwell on God's earth, and we together say,
Amen.
it's time for the Mishabera. For those who are ill, if you wish to say the name of someone who's not well, you may do so when I stop. And then please remute your mics. Mishabera Chavatena Avraham Yitzchak V'Yaakov. Saraviv Kavracha V'Layahu Yivarech V'Rafei Et.
Arlene Sugarman.
Rick Belson.
Angela
Stephen
Galante.
O'Neill,
Aaron
Jeffrey
Neiman.
Bill Fisher.
Lisa
what
Zimmerman,
kind of freaking workshops?
Rivka Bat Rachel, Binyamin,
Elisa
and
Caffrey.
Shalom, Dennis
This is what else.
Faber.
So you're going to be able to create simple
Eva
and extended
Wu.
family trees, archive personal stories.
Jeff Schultz.
And if all the names have been mentioned, please mute your mics at this time. And kol hacholim b'kehila kadosh hakadosh baruch hu imelei rachamim alehem lahachazi kama rofrotam v'yishlach lahem refuah shlema min hashemayim v'rat hanefesh v'rat haguf b'tok shel chalei Yisrael. Hashtaba God of Zman Kariv and Omar. Amen. May God bring blessing and healing to all those mentioned, all those we know of, those may we not know of, those who suffer illness within the congregational family. May the Holy One mercifully restore them to health and the vigor, granting them physical and spiritual well-being together with people everywhere who may be ill. Misha Be'era Chavoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Be'erach imotenu Mekor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema. the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Yikar Vikara Shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divrach chirutei b'yamach malchutei b'chayechon b'yamichon b'charechon beit Yisrael b'agalav zman kariv yimaru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olam me'omaya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitlav shmei kodesha b'richu le'la min kol b'irchata b'shirata tush b'chata b'nechmata d'amiram b'yamav v'yimru amen. Tikabal sloton aboton l'chol Yisrael kadam b'mon divishmei v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'chol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'chol Yisrael v'yimru amen. You may join me now. Aleinu l'shabeach lanu hakol u'lateikru la'lios Shelo asanu kigoyek ha'aratzot velo samanu kimishpot ha'adama. Shelo sam kafkel kohen tigor aleinu bechol hamonam v'anachnu korim mishpachamim u'modim lifnei melech Okay, Amlachim Akadosh Baruch Hu Shehu Teshamayim V'Yosef Haaretz U'Moshav Yidkaro B'Shamayim Alu Shninatuzo V'Koveim Neromim U'Eloheinu Emet Malkeinu V'Zvato Hakatu B'Torato Le'adakayom V'Hashebota El-Levavecha Ki Adonai Hu Elohim Bashamayim Imal V'Yal Haaretz Yal Haaretz Mitacha Eino Sorry. כי המלכות שלך היא למד תמלוך בכבוד ככתוב בתורתך תמלוך לעולם ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד And now those of you saying Kaddish can keep the mics open. The rest of you, please mute. Those of you saying Kaddish for a loved one or a yortzeit, please say the name of the person you're remembering tonight for the Kaddish.
Reza Liba, Bat Solomon Mayo.
Harriet Cohen.
David Kaczynski.
In tribute to our loved ones, we invite those mourning and observing a yortzeit to now rise and join me in reciting the words of the mourner's Kaddish. Let's do it together. Yit Gadal, Yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah. Yalma, Yivra, Yirutei, Yamli, Malchutei, Echayechon, Uyomechon, Uchayei, Yechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala, Zman, Karev, Yimru, Amen. Yehei Shnei Rabam Barach La'olam Ulamei Omaya Yiparach V'yishtabach Yipa'ar V'yirmam V'yisei V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yithalal Shemei V'kedusha V'rihu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata Shirata Tushvachata V'nechamata Gamiran V'alma V'yimru Amen Yehei Shulam Rabam Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'yimru Amen Oseh Shalom B'marav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'yimru
Amen.
Amen. How about the Rudens tonight? Would you guys like to lead us in the psalm for Friday? Would you guys go for it?
Sure. On the sixth day of the week, the Levites would recite the psalm in the temple.
Adonai is sovereign, crowned with splendor. Adonai reigns, robed in strength.
You set the earth on a sure foundation. You created a world that stands firm.
Your kingdom stands from earliest time. You are eternal.
The rivers may rise and rage. The waters may pound and pulsate. The floods may swirl and storm.
Yet above the crash of the sea and its mighty breakers is Adonai our God, supreme.
Your decrees, Adonai, never fail. Holiness befits your house for eternity.
Would you like to try it or shall I do it?
You
You
can
can
do it.
So definitive. Thank you both so much for that. And the birthday boy will be
I'll
reciting.
be glad to do it. Paula, will you do the response with me, please?
There you go, the walking partner.
Sure.
I want you
Go
to
for
know
it.
that you two will be saying this now for the last time this season. As Rabbi Bernie says, though, you can say it whenever you want, but officially tonight, it really ends tomorrow, but we don't have a morning service. So this will be it for the season. Go ahead.
Adonai is my light and my help. Whom shall I fear? Adonai is the strength of my life. Whom shall I dread?
When evildoers draw near to slender me, when foes threaten, they stumble and fall. Though armies be arrayed against me, I have no fear. Though wars threaten, I remain steadfast in my faith.
One thing I ask of Adonai, for this I yearn, to dwell in the house of Adonai all the days of my life, to behold God's beauty, to pray in God's sanctuary.
Hiding me in his shrine, safe from peril, God will shelter me beyond the reach of disaster and raise my head high above my enemies.
I will bring God offerings with shouts of joy, singing, chanting praise to Adonai.
Adonai, hear my voice when I call. Be gracious to me and answer. It is you whom I seek, says my heart. It is your presence that I seek, Adonai.
Do not hide from me. Do not reject your servant. You have always been my help. Do not abandon me. Forsake me not, my God of deliverance.
Though my father and my mother leave me, Adonai will care for me.
Teach me your way, Adonai. Guide me on the right path to confound my oppressors.
Do not abandon me to the will of my foes, for false witnesses have risen against me, purveyors of malice and lies.
Yet I have faith that I shall surely see Adonai's goodness in the land of the living. Hope in Adonai, be strong, take courage, and hope in Adonai. Lulei hamati larot b'tuv Adonai, eretz chayim, kavei el Adonai, chazak b'yavei tzivacha, v'kavei el Adonai.
Thank you
Thank
both
you,
very
Richard.
much. And Richard, many happy returns. Those
Thank
of you
you very
saying the
much.
Kaddish, you're welcome. Those of you saying the Kaddish, again, may open your mics and we'll recite the words of the Kaddish together. Yit gadal, yit kadash, Ner Tamid, Yalma, Ra, Yifutei, Yamlich Malchutei, B'chayechom, Uvyomechom, Uvchaye, Yisrael, Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala, B'zman, Kari, V'yimru, Amen. Yehei Shnei Rabam Barach La'olam Lomei Omaya Yiparach Yishtabach Yipa'ar V'yitramam V'yitnasei V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei V'kedusha V'rihu Le'elam min kol birkata v'shuvata u'shmata nechemata v'amira v'alma v'yamru amen. Yehi shema rabbanim shemaya v'chayim v'leinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Oseh shalom b'yomah hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru.
Amen.
All right, and now for the final time this season, we will shake the lulav. We'll go to my cousin. He's my cousin tonight. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat lulav. Really my twin. It really was my twin. I want to thank him for doing the lulav. What we did this year was we decided to shake the lulav every night at the end of our service during Chol Hamoed, so that everybody would see it, at least have the ability to see the lulav shaken. Not everybody had the chance to do it, which is the mitzvah, but this is a pandemic year, and during a pandemic year, we do what we do, and we'll all we'll get through this, and God willing, next year, we're going to have quite a celebration to just be able to do all of these beautiful things together. So without further ado, now it is time for me to introduce you.
Rabbi, can you discuss candle lighting for tomorrow?
I'd be more than happy. I was going to let Adele do some announcements first, and then I was going to be more than happy to explain to me tomorrow how the Chag works. So Adele, would you please do the announcements for tonight? Everybody please mute.
Sure. Rabbi, I thought that was your cousin Ricardo.
That's him. Yeah, he confused me too.
It looked like your cousin Ricardo, but maybe not. Maybe it was your twin Rick. Anyway, Erev Tov, everybody, and just to remind everyone, the Chag begins again tomorrow. Shmini Atzeret begins tomorrow night, and services are at 8:00. On Saturday, we have Shmini Atzeret Shabbat services, Shabbat Shmini Atzeret services. At 9:00, we will be reciting Yizkor. Saturday night begins Simchat Torah. I encourage all of you to join us at 7:00. We're going to have a extravaganza with Rabbi Bernie, Rabbi Eli Perlman, and Rabbi Richard Perlman, Rabbi Rick Perlman, Rabbi Ricardo Perlman, all of the above. And so I invite all of you to come and join us. We will be revealing our new Torah covers, as I said, on Yom Kippur. So I think that you should come and see how beautiful they look. You will be quite impressed. The committee did an awesome job. Next Tuesday is Lunch Bunch with Rabbi Perlman. Services will be Sunday night through Thursday night at 7:00. And you can return your Machzorim on Tuesday, October 13th between 4:30 and 6, and Sunday, October 18th between 10:30 and 12. Also, you receive notice about Social Action is having a coat drive. They are asking you to put the coats in plastic bags and trash bags. They will leave them on the temple steps under the canopy for 3 days, and then they will bring them to Anton's. Anton's will clean them for free and distribute them to different agencies. So I encourage you to do that. It's a mitzvah. Also, don't forget tzedakah.
For your hand. So
And then the other hand.
The other hand, look at that. So Alan was asking about the candle lighting for tomorrow night. So Adele talked about what's happening this weekend. That's why, Alan, I wanted to wait. Because tomorrow night we begin another Chag. We begin another festival. Tomorrow morning, of course, with Hoshana Rabbah, we're going to smack the willows and we're going to finish Sukkot. We're going to be done with and all of the sealing of the envelopes will dry and it's over, right? But not really. We have an 8th day of assembly starting tomorrow night on Shabbat. So tomorrow night, you're going to light your Shabbos candles for Shabbat and Yom Tov. But before you light the candles, Adele said, it's Yizkor on Shabbat morning for Shmini Atzeret. In Israel, it's one day. They have one day. It's Shmini Atzeret and Simchat Torah. And one day they do Yizkor and then they dance and sing around the Torahs. So tomorrow, or I should say tomorrow night, we'll light the Yortzeit candle, then your Chag and Shabbat candles. It's Shabbat Yom Tov and Shachayanu, and because you're starting a new Chag. And then we'll have Yizkor on Saturday morning, including, we're going to say a prayer for rain, which will be very interesting. And I think you'll all want to see this because it's very special and it's not me. So there's the hint. And it gives us the opportunity to bring all of the synagogues back together again. All the customs that go on during the year with this place says Morid Hatal, like they do in Israel. This one doesn't say it. The Ashkenazim do, they don't, they hear, they do. Well, next week we'll start saying, and I can't say it because we haven't said the prayer yet, but we're going to all say, Mashiv, ha blah, blah, and blah, 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 blah. We'll all say it together and then we're all united again. So that's going to be this weekend. We have Simchat Torah Saturday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I encourage you to tell your grandchildren and children to be here because we're going to design it so that it is for adults and we're going to spotlight the kids as well at a certain point. Why not? It's Simchat Torah, right? It's all about us all. So tell your families to make sure the kids join us for Simchat Torah at night. For the morning, we'll all be together. We'll do what we do, but it'll be fun. It'll be a joyous weekend. So get ready. This is it. It's almost over. But I thought I'd get you into the mood. I thought I'd put us into the mood for Simchas Torah. And how do you do that? You do that with a little Yiddish, a bissel Yiddish, if it works.
Hello,
Hey.
you're looking at Magfast Wall.
You gotta watch the commercial for a minute.
Phenomenal new upgraded version of one of the most.
All right, here we go.
Oi, Kinder, wir haben Simchas Teure hat der ganze Welt. Teure ist die beste Teure, so hat der Rebbe mit uns geknallt. Oi, 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 freilich Kinder, hat das oi, rennlich von vor allem gesagt, freilich von Anne. Gott, ich bin ein Narren Jidl und es taugt mir gut der Moich. Simchas Teure sing ich lieb und mach ein gut den Größe euch. Oi, 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 freilich Kinder, hat das oi, rennlich von vor allem sagt, freilich von Anne.
Eure gibt mir die neue kaputte, weil sie Anton Tage hat sie. Ich will dir sorgen, als Dings Botter, die mit Borch Hashem der sind.
Der Weide gibst dir nach der Gläser von dem Jankiv dicken Wein. Was hast du abgelost, dass die so ruhig bei der Sonne ins Adlerei? Oi, 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 freilich Kinder, hat das oi, rennlich von allen Säck, freilich von Anne. Oi, 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 freilich Kinder, hat das oi, 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 freilich von Anne. Hast du Meure, ich bin ein bisschen freilich, kann nicht stehen. Eure Leben ist Simchas Teure, wer geht freilich sogar allein.
Oi, die ist einzig mit mir die Gassen, die ist einzig mit mir die Stiegen. Eure Tast, du wärmst genasst im Leben, sollte das Leben das Leben.
Oi, 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 freilich Kinder, hört das sei, freilich von allen Sägen, freilich von allen. Oi, Simchas Teure, von Gott am Atonne, soll uns Tom mit der Heile sind gegangen, trinken Wein. Hoi, 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 freilich Kinder, hat das oi, rennlich von allen Säcken, freilich von Anne. Hoi, 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 freilich Kinder, hat das oi, rennlich von allen Säcken, freilich von Anne.
Great. Mo'adim l'simcha, everybody. Have a wonderful night. A good night, good nacht, good nabend. Have a good night. Be well, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.
Stay
Thank
healthy,
you.
everybody.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Happy birthday again, Richard.
Happy birthday, Richard.